I like it, but I like opportunities. I know a lot of engineers who are surprised. I do find it funny. It's only computer. It's only computer engineering, I think, industrial.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully you've eaten almost all of your lunch and not interrupting that too much. It is really a delight for us to host all of you here, and on behalf of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering at NC State, I would like to welcome you to the 10th Annual ECE Awards Ceremony. Today, the department is proud to honor the accomplishments of our outstanding graduates. This extraordinary tribute celebrates ECE alumni that have used their education to excel in a profession, career, and/or service. Our alumni are at the core of the department, representing the agents and ambassadors that have made groundbreaking contributions in the study and practice of electrical engineering and beyond. With more than 16,000 ECE alumni, only 115 graduates are inducted into our Hall of Fame to date, including 6 distinguished members we will be introducing today. Additionally, we will also be presenting an award, the Outstanding Early Career Award. We hope this meaningful accolade will inspire current and future students, some of whom are here today. In addition to recognizing our inductees, I would first like to give a special thanks to our alumni committee of our ECE Strategic Advisory Board. Their diligent efforts in the review and selection process are indeed appreciated, and the department is the fortunate recipient of their commitment to the alumni engagement process. We also express our sincere gratitude to the board members present with us today, Board Chair Amanda Dixon and Carl Wilkins, board member, and also past inductee to the ECE Hall of Fame. So at this time, it is my great pleasure to invite Dr. Jim Fenner, who is the Louis Martin Vega Dean of the College of Engineering, to give remarks.
Thank you, Vina, and welcome everyone. I got the pleasure of attending this event last year. I was so excited when it worked out for my calendar this year. I share often, and early after I got here, and as often as I can, that an engineering degree is one of the most potent forms of upward social mobility that we have. Engineering degrees change lives, and it is so true in the electrical and computer engineering department. I deeply enjoy my work with Dr. Misra and her colleagues, hearing stories about what electrical and computer engineers do, traveling to the West Coast where many of our alumni work and live, asking Vina all the time, what is a semiconductor, and still not really knowing. That's okay, I'm a chemical engineer, no worries there. But what I want to point out for our visitors to campus today, to our winners, those who are being recognized, and to the family and friends who are joining, is the important role you play in the advancement of engineering here on campus. Our students come from all walks of life. Some of our students walk in full of confidence and they get challenged. Some of our students walk in pretty nervous and it's a struggle. Some of you were those students many years ago. And I cannot overemphasize how much it means to our students to see success, to have the opportunity to interact with you, some of our most distinguished alumni. When you come back and you talk to our students, it means the world to them. It allows them to see themselves, to imagine a future beyond senior design or whatever class they may be struggling in. So it's not always evident when you're here and our students are shy or maybe they're a little tired because it's midterms, but on their behalf, let me just thank you. It does mean the world to them, and for faculty and staff, it's so important to us as well. That idea of community, of extending that community to our alumni network, is a really important part of my work as dean. I have such great enthusiasm and appreciation for all the different ways we welcome alumni back. Today is one important part of that, but there's many other ways. So we invite you to be part of that network, to continue being involved as you move forward. There's opportunities to be a mentor, to be a guest lecturer. The sky's the limit, depending on what you're interested in doing. So I really want to thank you for being a critical part of the electrical and computer engineering community. I have come to really enjoy this department in my 2 years and really look forward to supporting the alumni, the students, Dr. Misra and her vision as we move forward together. I want to thank everybody who's attending online virtually. And congratulations again to the Hall of Fame inductees and our Outstanding Early Career Award winner. I'm so proud of your accomplishments and can't wait to learn more about what you've done in your careers. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Dean Fenner. All right, so we are ready to get started with our awards. At this time, I would like to recognize the recipient of the Outstanding Early Career Award. The Outstanding Early Career Award is presented to one alum each year who has attained significant achievement early in their career and who shows promise of further contribution to the field. And this year, our Outstanding Career Award goes to Devesh Tiwari. Comes up here, I will read his bio. So Professor Devesh Tiwari is a tenured faculty member and Associate Vice Provost for Research Computing in the Office of the Provost at Northeastern University. Devesh's research group, the Goodwill Computing Lab, is recognized for pioneering research and translational contributions in the areas of HPC, quantum computing, and environmentally sustainable computing, often featuring first-of-its-kind experimental demonstrations, production deployments, large-scale open-source community data sets, and over 50 publications in all venues listed on csrankings.org. His research has been recognized with multiple awards, including the highly prestigious NSF Career Award on Quantum Computing, the IEEE IFIP Dependability Rising Star Award, IEEE TCSC MCR Excellence in Research Award. You'll have to spell out the acronyms for us. Facebook Meta Faculty Research Award, Northeastern COE Faculty Fellow Award, US DOE's ORNL's NCCS Division Director Appreciation Award, and many more. For his teaching and mentoring efforts, Devesh was awarded the Northeastern College of Engineering Martin Essigman Outstanding Teaching Award and the Professor of the Year by the Northeastern University IEEE Student Chapter, and Devesh has consistently received near-perfect teaching evaluation scores. His recent PhD graduates are tenure-track faculty members themselves at top CS departments in the country, such as Rice and University of Utah. For his community leadership and contributions, Devesh was recognized with the IEEE TCPD Outstanding Service and Contributions Award and the IEEE TPDS Editorial Excellence Award twice for his exceptional contributions to the TPDS Journal as an editor. He serves as the steering committee co-chair of ACM HBDC and Supercomputing Steering Committee, one of the largest annual computer science conferences attended by over 10,000 researchers and practitioners. And yes, our graduates span both computer engineering and computer science. The topmost conferences in the HPC research area. So now I'd like to invite Devesh to give some remarks.
Thank you, Professor Mishra, for kind introduction. And finally, I'm here. I know a lot of you have heard that my flight was cancelled or delayed, etc., etc. Finally, I'm here. I'm deeply grateful for this honor, and thank you, Dr. Bird, for nominating me. NC State, this department, this college is very, very special to me. It's truly transformative, had a very transformative impact on my life. I learned everything about computer systems research and teaching right here. This is where it started. If I were to sum up, there are three themes that really sum up my experience here. Freedom, support, and belief. Freedom from my own PhD advisor, Dr. Soline, who actually let me pursue unorthodox research ideas, and for his exceptional mentorship. In fact, he let me pursue freedom to explore ideas that were really outside his own research program. I did not realize it then. Now I realize how courageous, how generous, and how much that actually would mean. I wouldn't do that to my students. this is how generous and committed he was. The second one is support. A special shout out to all the computer architecture and systems faculty, CAS faculty. We used to have that group. I hope we still do in ECE. To all of them who actually shaped my thinking and taught me how many more things in research and teaching, especially, and not just limited to these, but Dr. Tuck, Dr. Rottenberg, Dr. Tom Conti, Dr. Bird. And especially Dr. Bird, who actually taught me how to teach. And I still envy him for his teaching skills. I'm also thankful to all the teachers in this department for creating a culture of and encouraging me to ask really hard and fundamental questions. Sometimes, even when it did not actually work in their favor. For example, I was maybe second year graduate student, it's a very small story. And when our department chair, then department chair, not this department chair, shared that we were actually moving from Partners 1 to EB2, our whole group was moving, he shared that in an open forum. And in that open forum, I'm now embarrassed to say, but I had the courage to ask. I said, so how much money are we saving and where is that money going? Now, a decade later, as an academic administrator myself, I realized how kind he was by letting me off the hook, just by simply saying, you will probably be a good academic administrator. Now I realize how embarrassing that was. And I'm also glad he welcomed and enthusiastically interviewed my own PhD student when he was actually interviewing here for a faculty positions a couple of years back, and he had great experience. So, and the third one is belief. The belief about the ECE faculty, all the ECE faculty and engineering faculty created an environment where we, the students, could actually believe in anything and believe that we could do. We could actually imagine anything, and we had the support that we could actually do anything. I would end by saying, I will actually let you on a little secret, which I think even my professors don't know. Bunch of PhD students in CAS faculty group, whenever they met internally, without any faculty supervision or any faculty present, we used to refer to each other by the name doctor, even before we had passed PhD qualifying exam. This is what the belief was. We knew that we will get PhD, so we actually started calling each other Dr. Pant, Dr. Nevada, Dr. Awad, Dr. Chabla, and so forth. But that's what, this NC State ECE PhD experience is. Incredibly unbelievable. Thank you.
We will now recognize the 6 new members of the ECE Hall of Fame. We have inducted 115 exemplary alumni into our Alumni Hall of Fame since its inception in 2015. This award celebrates the accomplishments of our outstanding graduates who use their education to excel in a profession, career, or service. I would also like to invite my co-bio readers and award advisory committee members to come and join me here in the front. All right, let's begin. The first Hall of Fame inductee today is Mohit Bhatnagar. At its core, Mohit Bhatnagar is an engineer who loves to define, build, and sell innovative products and businesses. He has 30+ years of experience in building and leading the growth of multiple cloud, AI infrastructure, and software companies ranging from sub-$10 people startups to 1 billion plus revenue products. Most recently, he was leading the product management team responsible for Apple's multi-billion cloud infrastructure for its AI initiatives and for the global deployment of core Siri, search, and AI services. Mohit has served in GM, product and engineering leadership roles in marquee technology companies, including Apple, NetApp, Symantec, and McKinsey. Mohit holds a doctorate degree in electrical engineering from NC State and a bachelor's from IIT Kanpur. He has been awarded over 25 patents for his work and has published more than 30 papers in peer-reviewed journals. So I would like to now invite Mohit to come up here.
Thank you, Professor Mishra, distinguished faculty, my fellow inductees, and students. What an honor. What an honor. It's amazing that in spring of 1990, I walked into Daniel's Hall to meet Professor Baliga. I heard just amazing things about him, requesting to let me do his PhD with him. He graciously agreed, even though I was a material science undergrad. And he says, can you handle it? And I said, sure. And it was one of the most exhilarating journey to be taking classes in control systems, VLSI design, circuitry, graduate level classes without ever taking undergrad. And that brings me to the first point, foundations. Earlier we had a panel session and we talked about how foundations you have allow you to do things that are wide and varied. When I look back at my professional journey, I'm reminded of a Steve Jobs quote that you cannot connect the dots of your life looking forward. You can only connect them backwards. And you have to have trust in yourself that somehow, in the future, these dots will get connected. So I look at it, my journey has been very fascinating experience. What were the dots? The first dot, as a 7-year-old, I saw the innards of an old transistor radio. Those vacuum tubes lightning and changing, and somehow I said, this is fascinating. I had no idea where that would lead you. That led to the building the first electrical circuit. And when that light bulb lights up in a complex manner, it's just fascinating for a middle grader. 14-year-old, I came across a Scientific American article in semiconductors. And Jim, I was like you wondering what the heck this thing is, because I was blown away by the scale of it. But remember, we were talking 10, 20 micron technology at that time. I was 14-year-old. I said, this is what I want to do. And then I mentioned with Professor Baliga, we started the first set of, I would say, meaningful work, seminal work in the area of silicon carbide power devices. I went back and looked at that paper that was published in 1992, and we talked about things that 30 years later, the vision came true. Of course, countless more people contributed to it, but it was those things. And that brings to the second point. The dots that you collect, they take you in journey that are unforeseen. My journey started as a material science, then electrical and computer engineering, area of lots of research, papers, patents, and then switched over to McKinsey for strategic consulting, followed by electric design automation, where that VLSI class really come handy, running products, virtualization, container stacks, AI infrastructure capabilities, storage networks, building some of the world's largest AI infrastructure, servicing billions of customers on demand. All of that journey leads to now the second point, which I said, take risk. You have to take lots and lots of risk. You have to go into areas where you're likely to be failing. And if you are not failing, then you say, what am I doing? Why am I not failing at things? And the third thing is, I would say, is that just the support. Devesh mentioned earlier, my faculty, the classes I took, my fellow students, friends, some of whom you are in the room here, and then support from my family. My wife, she let me go out on these crazy journeys, absolutely. At the peak of my career, while growth is guaranteed and certain, you abandon it. You abandon it because you're chasing something which is even more challenging. So the three things which I said, one is that build the foundation. Second, take risk. And third is support. And I'm still collecting. I retired last year. I was embarrassed to retire before Professor Balika. I kept on waiting, and he keeps on churning out PhD students. So finally, when I heard he's retiring 2 months after that, I retired. And now I'm collecting dots, which hopefully in the future will make sense. Right now, it's just a journey. Thank you very much.
It is such an honor to read such impressive bios. I just hope my southern accent puts a nice little ring to it. Keith A. Bowman is a principal engineer and director of the System on Chip Research Lab at Qualcomm Technologies Incorporated in Raleigh, North Carolina. He directs the research and development of innovative circuits and system technologies to improve the performance, energy efficiency, yield reliability, and security of Qualcomm processors. Dr. Bowman and his team pioneered 4 commercially stressful circuit and system solutions, significantly benefiting CPUs, GPUs, neural processing units, and secure processing units across Internet of Things, mobile, laptop, and automated platforms. What did you guys do? He received a BS degree from North Carolina State University in 1994 and an MS and PhD degree from Georgia Institute of Technology in 1995 and 2001, respectively, all in electrical engineering. His career includes a 12-year tenure at Intel Corporation in Hillsboro, Oregon, prior to joining Qualcomm in 2013. Dr. Bowman has published over 90 technical papers, received more than 100 patents, and given over 50 tutorial sessions and keynote presentations. His contributions have been recognized within the 2016 Qualcomm Corporate Research and Development Distinguished Contribution Award for Technical Contributions, representing CRD's highest recognition in the 2022 Qualcomm IP Achievement Award. He has held various leadership and roles within the IEEE Solid State Circuit Society, such as serving as an IEEE SSCS Distinguished Lecturer, Mentor, and multiple technical committee positions for the IEEE International Solid State Circuits Conference. He currently serves as the ISCC's 2026 Program Chair. He is a fellow also of the IEEE. So welcome, Mr. Keith Bowman.
Thank you for the kind introduction. Appreciate that. I'm sincerely grateful to the NC State ECE Strategic Advisory Board for this honor. Given my connection to NC State, this is meaningful to me. So thank you. This recognition means a lot. So thank you very much. Today I'm blessed to have my parents, Mike and Judy Bowman, who've laid a strong foundation throughout my life. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for being my role models. I'm also grateful to have my wife, Caroline Bowman, here today, and she is very patient with me, actually very patient. Because we all know the field of ECE is exciting, but it's also demanding. So thank you, Caroline, for the sacrifices that you've made for our family and for me personally. I'm also blessed to have 3 sons, Donovan, Michael, and Seth. And these 3 guys do a great job of keeping me humble. Thank you for the laughs, and I sincerely am proud of each of you. I'm grateful for the many mentors and colleagues who have taught me various lessons during my undergraduate years at NC State, my graduate school years at Georgia Tech, and also throughout my working career. At NC State, I learned the fundamental concepts and problem-solving skills in the areas of ECC with a focus on microelectronics. And this really laid the building blocks for my future career. I also learned about perseverance. working hard, making mistakes and learning from those mistakes, and then repeating that cycle. And as a mentor once told me, repetition is the key to learning, and you can say that again. So today's event provides an opportunity for reflection. And I graduated NC State almost 30 years ago, as described earlier. And during this time, we have experienced major technological breakthroughs that have transformed our society. 3 of these include the Internet, World Wide Web. The second is desktop computers becoming laptops and ultimately smartphones that we carry in our pockets today. And of course, the third and most recent in the last decade is the advancements of artificial intelligence, AI. And I think back when I was a student, like when I was a freshman, and we did not have computers in the dormitory, and so to do the work that I needed to do, I went to one of the ECE buildings that had a room with workstations. And I'm doing this work, and I don't know exactly how this happened, but I got connected to this student at MIT, and we were just messaging back and forth. I mean, it is the equivalent of like texting, but this is 1990 when this was happening, and I was blown away by this. I've never seen anything like this. Now, of course, if you were to go back in time, at that time, making long-distance phone calls were expensive, right? I mean, they were counted by the minute. So, you could have really, I see some heads nodding, so you can see, like when you make a long-distance phone call, you were concerned, like, how long you're on the call, because it's very expensive. Well, a few days later, after this experience that I had, I was talking to my father, and I said, Dad, you won't believe this. I was communicating with this person at MIT, and I don't even know, like, how it happened, but we were just going on and on, and we probably were talking for like an hour and a half. And his first reaction is, well, son, you need to be careful. You might have an expensive phone bill. So, I think about that today, and it's like, as AI is advancing so quickly, I'm actually concerned about how my kids are using it to do their homework. So I think, like, as we get older, we have a tendency to be a little slower to embrace new technologies. But reflecting on the past 30 years, the foundation of these technological breakthroughs that I've mentioned is microelectronics. So the field of ECC is exciting, it's rewarding, and it's impactful. And I look forward to seeing tomorrow's technologies created by today's NC State students. Thank you.
Please don't forget your award before you leave. I ironically myself had a conversation at the dinner table last night with my 15-year-old who thinks AI just showed up the last 2 to 3 years and affected his homework. But I'm like, I actually taught him a little bit about Miss Kim Hazelwood and the monumental things that she's been doing for a while in AI. I'm like, guys, this has been around for a while. You didn't know we do cool stuff before you guys even know. So I'm happy to read this wonderful bio. Ms. Kim Hazelwood, a globally recognized leader in AI infrastructure and AI systems research. Dr. Hazelwood's 25-year career has included stints as a tenured associate professor of computer science at the University of Virginia, as well as technical and executive leadership roles at Google, Yahoo, and Meta. For you older generation, that's Facebook. Over the course of her career, her technical focus has evolved from computer systems and architectures to artificial intelligence applications, infrastructure, and research. She has served as a contributor to a number of efforts with broad research community impact, including the Penn Dynamic Binary Instrumentation Tools, the Google Tensor Processor Unit, and the Facebook AI Research Supercluster. Dr. Hazelwood is a recipient of the 2025 Top 100 Women in AI Award, the MIT Technology Review Top 35 Innovators Under 35 Award, the ACM SIG Plan 10-Year Test Off Time Award, the Anita Borg Early Career Award, and an NSF Career Award. She has published more than 70 peer-reviewed research papers and books, and regularly delivers keynote addresses at major academic and industry AI conferences. She has served on advisory boards for the Computing Research Association, MIT Systems That Learn, EPFL, EcoCloud, Empire AI, and Bruin AI. Ms. Hazelwood, please come to the podium for your remarks. Thank you.
Thanks so much for this incredible honor. It's so great to be back here in Raleigh. I have such fond memories of my time here. I initially came to NC State because the faculty and the department chair were so proactive in reaching out, connecting, welcoming me, but for the most part, investing in me, right? I felt like they saw some potential in me that I wouldn't see in myself for many more years. When I first arrived here, it was the height of the dot-com boom, right? So all of my friends were off getting their high-paying jobs, and I said, why don't I just put in a couple more years and pick up a master's? What's the worst that can happen, right? This dot-com boom is gonna last forever. So that would end up being foreshadowing to the first of many pivots in my plans that I just rolled with. So in the 25 years since graduating, my career has taken a series of pivots, exciting pivots really. I moved from academia to industry, from research to engineering and back again, from compilers to power to performance analysis, to now advancing the state of the art in AI research. And none of this followed any sort of master plan. It was just about being open to opportunity and open to changes. Navigating all of that change drew on one of the most important lessons that I learned here at NC State, and that's the importance of people. Sponsors, mentors, friends, that makes all the difference, especially during times of transition. So sure, the fundamentals of computer architecture and compilers have served me well throughout my career, but what's truly stayed with me are the people who went out of their way to help. The power of accepting that help and learning from it and appreciating its impact. I'm especially grateful that two of my early mentors and sponsors, Greg Bird and Eric Rottenberg, are here today. So thank you both for the positive impact that you've had on my career. So thank you again for this wonderful recognition, and to the students that are here today, I want to say recognize and embrace the incredible people and opportunities around you, now and throughout your career. And with the help of others, it's much easier to navigate those strategic bets and the inevitable curveballs. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Carl Wilkins, and I have the distinction and honor of introducing two of our inductees today. The first I will do is Sanjeev Malani. Unfortunately, he's not here in person, and we regret that because I look forward to meeting him, but I'm going to read his intro and then his remarks I will give as well. Sanjeev Malani is a serial entrepreneur with over 35 years of experience founding and leading innovative companies in Silicon Valley. He currently serves as founder and CEO of TimeBook Software, an AI-based product management platform. Prior to TimeBook, Sanjeev founded and led Capsilon as chairman and CEO for 18 years, building an AI-driven cloud-based software as a service platform that revolutionized mortgage origination through advanced document recognition technology. The company was successfully acquired by private equity in November 2019. Before Capsilon, he founded and served as chairman and CEO of MediaTel Corporation, a pioneering cloud-based electronic document delivery provider. Under his leadership, MediaTel was recognized as one of the top 100 fastest growing companies in 1998 and was acquired by a public company in April 1999. Sanjeev began his career at Silicon Valley in 1984 as a software engineer. at an AI voice recognition technology startup. So for those who didn't know, AI has been around for some time. Throughout his career, he has demonstrated exceptional vision in identifying and developing enterprise cloud computing solutions, AI-driven technologies, and mission-critical systems. His multiple successful exits and pioneering work in artificial intelligence and cloud computing have established him as a leader in Silicon Valley's technology ecosystem. Sanjeev graduated North Carolina State University with a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering in 1982. So now I'm going to read his remarks. I hope I can give them as he would and with the same passion and enthusiasm. So let's give this a try. Thank you, distinguished professors of the ECE department, the Strategic Advisory Board, and everyone gathered today. While Sanjeev deeply regrets that he cannot be here in person today, this recognition means the world to him. When Dr. Larry Monteith inspired Sanjeev to join the NC State ECE program in 1978, he had no idea he was beginning a journey that would span over 4 decades and shape everything he would build. The education he received here wasn't just about circuits and systems. It was about a way of thinking that has proven invaluable across his entire career. Sanjeev is especially grateful to Dr. Rhodes, who taught him the first principles of electrical engineering and problem solving. One principle in particular, KISS, keep it simple, stupid, remains embedded in his brain when he explains or explores elegant solutions to interesting problems. Those foundational concepts have been his compass through every venture, from his early days as a software engineer in an AI voice recognition startup in 1984, through founding and building MediaTel, Capsalon, and now TimeBook Software. Whether he was developing AI-driven document recognition technology or building cloud-based SaaS platforms, the rigorous thinking he learned in these halls remained constant. Over 35 years and multiple companies later, the core lessons from NC State have never wavered. Stay curious, be persistent through challenges, never stop learning. These principles guided Sanjeev in building MediaTel into one of the world's leading electronic document delivery services. Through 18 years growing Capsalon into an AI-powered platform that transformed mortgage origination, and now as we pioneer the future of AI-based product management at TimeBook. Now, to the current students that are here in the room. The technical skills you are mastering are powerful, but the way you're thinking you're developing here is what will truly set you apart. Embrace the fundamentals. Stay curious about emerging technologies, and don't be afraid to build something new. Stay foolish. Let faith, not fear, guide your actions. And remember to dance with your spirit every day. So it's okay to dance. Finally, Sanjeev wishes to thank NC State ECE for giving him the foundation to dream big and for the tools to make those dreams a reality. This honor is one he will treasure always. We'll make sure to send his award to him as soon as we can. Now I have the pleasure of doing one more. You have me for a little more. I have the distinction of reading another bio of somebody who's I've met today at the table. Really enjoyed our meeting today. In your program, you may say James Smith, but he goes by Jim. Jim Smith serves as the president of PowerSecure, the nation's leading distributed energy innovation company. He manages the company's growing microgrid business and oversees a fleet of systems exceeding 3 gigawatts, boasting a reliability rating of over 98%. Smith previously served as a chief operating officer and as president of energy services at PowerSecure. In this capacity, he delivered top-tier solutions in areas such as lighting, controls, water conservation, and renewable energy, aiming to reduce energy costs and enhance operational efficiency. Prior to PowerSecure, Smith served as an executive vice president and group president at Live Energy, where he contributed to providing clean energy solutions nationwide. Smith serves as the Director of Engineering and Operations at Ameresco, an independent energy services provider. His early professional experiences include roles at Duke Solutions, a subsidiary of Duke Energy, and Burlington Industries, both native North Carolina companies. Smith began his career at Burlington Industries, where he worked in engineering, service, and operations, managing large industrial and manufacturing facilities in the Southeast. He holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in electrical engineering from North Carolina State University and has numerous licenses and certifications in construction, engineering, project management, and safety. It's my pleasure to introduce Jim Smith.
Thank you. I'm honored, gosh, to stand here and go, be at the end of the line to listen to all the accomplishments and deserving accolades. I can only think that 2025, Dr. Misser there was a lotto pick of mine and got through in the hat and got through out. I'd say a lot of my remarks should probably be along the same themes that you've heard. When I think about the education year, and you're looking in the rearview mirror 35 years ago, you've heard foundation mentioned a number of times. And for me, I think that, since venturing out of the rural part of North Carolina some 35 years ago, coming down here, that's been, probably my largest takeaway. The engineering education, it taught me how to, teaches you how to process, right? It teaches you how to look beyond the surface, look around the corner, look at the next deeper layer. What's the next question? Anticipate what's around the next corner. So when I think about all those things, I really think from an engineering perspective that, I keep coming back to that and like to, tell all the students and all the kids, whoever that we're associated with it, that's really what it gives you. In this day we talk about AI, details do matter. The ability to analyze data, communicate it clearly to all levels of organization, I think is a huge skill set that I encourage everybody to be able to do. You can have all these great ideas, but if you can't articulate it and communicate it to the right folks, sometimes it can be for nil. Right? So I really encourage folks to be able to articulate their thoughts. And once you can articulate those thoughts, then make it actionable. Right? All the good ideas, all the things you come up with, right? Have a plan, make it actionable, know how you're going to get it done. So, I look back through all the years of the things I learned from, the first 200 level circuits class to the 300 level electronics class and 400 level power classes. As I reflected back, I kind of started sweating when I thought about, all those times. But it prepared everybody here and for me for what the future was and to be able to take that foundation and really build upon it. So I really am deeply humbled to be here and thankful to all the faculty in 1986, 87, 88, 90 that helped get me where I am today. I've learned that originality matters. Be yourself. Right? Every person is unique. Do not be afraid to be yourself wherever your world travels. Take you. Take on the hard challenges. And I tell all the folks in the internal with us, anybody can do the easy stuff. Anybody that's in the ECE department, those things are hard. Right? Take on the hard challenges. That's what you'll be known for. Right? You'll make mistakes, but you've heard it time and time again, right? The hard things and the mistakes you make is really what you learn from. It's really what you reflect back on. You know, I'd say another thing that I want personally, I would say is that, you know, listen with intention. You know, everybody has a different perspective. Everybody has a unique set of shoes that they walk in, I like to say. So anybody that can learn to listen intentionally, right, you know, you can take all those perspectives, takes all the foundation things that we've talked about, and be able to, again, to create a path and an action from it. So I want to give special thanks to Dr. Misra and the faculty who continue to propel such a great department in the school forward. You know, thank you for the interaction with our company and the things that we continue to get very, very excited about that we do together. So thank you for that. I would, you know, like to wrap and say, you know, thank you to my family and my wife's here. You know, hopefully I don't have any stains on me, but we are a +1 on the family this morning of our first grandson. So very, very happy to celebrate that. You know, the next generations of engineers be bold, be curious, never stop learning. And look, you know, we talk, the engineers, you know, it's like coming out, we all like to have a plan, but I tell folks all the time, you never know when the opportunity's going to knock, right? You don't know when it's going to knock. Be prepared. Don't just walk through the door, bust down that damn door, right? Take the world by storm. Be confident in yourself. You know, with that, I would say, again, very humble to be here. Thank you for the honor. Much appreciated.
It is now my pleasure to announce the final Hall of Fame inductee, Sridhar Shukla. Sridhar has traveled a great distance to be with us today, which is a true testament to the importance of this occasion and the impact of this award. Dr. Sridhar Shukla's experience spans a broad spectrum, ranging from research and academia to technology development, corporate leadership, into entrepreneurship, early stage, startup investment, and education-related philanthropy. He is a co-founder and chairman of K-Point Technologies, a video intelligence company incubated at GS Lab in 2011. GS Lab, provider of software product engineering services globally, was also co-founded by him in 2003. It was acquired by private equity in 2021. He is the founding donor of IIT Bombay Trust Lab, which was established in 2022. He supports several initiatives in school teacher development. Earlier in his career, Dr. Shukla served as a board member and chief operating officer of Persistent Systems, today a global technology services company with $1.4 billion in revenue for 8 years. As his first job, he served as a faculty member at the Naval Postgraduate School in California for 6 years. Dr. Shukla is a distinguished alumnus and a distinguished service awardee of IIT Bombay. He is a recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award from SEAP. He is a recipient of the NSF Research Initiation Award, and he has served as a chairman and board member of the IIT Bombay Alumni Association. Dr. Shukla is married to Gauri, a homemaker, and lives in Pune, India. Their son Aditya is a cognitive psychologist and entrepreneur based in Seoul. Their daughter Rohini is a program director at BronxWorks, New York City, after getting a PhD in social history from Columbia University in 2024. So I'd like to invite Dr. Sridhar Shukla to come up here and give his remarks.
Oh boy, that was DPA's trademark reaction to good and bad news. Only the way he said it changed. Professor Dharma Prakash Agarwal, seen there. DPA for us was more than a PhD advisor. He was my guardian and mentor too. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. I dedicate this recognition to him. We have Mrs. Purnima Agarwal, his wife, and their son Raj with us, all the way from Minnesota. I cannot thank them enough. We fondly recall the numerous parties and dinners at their home. Gauri and our children, Aditya and Rohini, are here. Gauri showed up in my life when I was a PhD student going around in circles. She was the booster giving me the escape velocity. Our time at NC State is the best ever. I shared this award with her. My dissertation was on multi-computer routing. The tech that came later made the problem disappear, although the learning from the experience here was permanent. When I returned to India in 1995, I started my series of 0 to 1 tech startup lives. The grad student experience mapped beautifully to the 0 to 1 startup life. Time here became the lifelong capital asset, making all of them successful. Fellow PhD students made the seemingly never-ending march to graduation a lot of fun. And Devesh, please note, what you mentioned started 25 years ago in Daniels 331. We used to jokingly call each other Doctor, first letter of last name for motivation. 3 of them are here. Dr. G for Girnikar, Dr. C for combat, and Dr. D for Dalakia. To them and others who are not here, thank you for being there. So many of the ECE and CSE faculty members shaped us. From among them, we are honored to have Professor Miller and Professor Geringer here. I thank them and several others for working very hard and for caring for us. My family and I are truly honored by this recognition. I look forward to staying closely connected, although I live in Pune. I'm thankful to the ECE department, the award selection panel, Professor Veena Mishra, who gave the good news personally, and the organizing team for this memorable occasion. Finally, a sincere thank you to all who are here today, and hearty congratulations to fellow awardees. Thanks a lot.
So, to all of our award recipients, congratulations again, and thank you for representing the best of our alumni. So let's give them another round of applause. I would like to encourage all of you here today to visit the department's website for complete biographical information about our awardees today. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the members of the ECE department who brought this to fruition. As you can see, it takes a lot of work to put on this event. And some of them are here today. Caitlin Godfrey, Sarah Conzini, Edgar Lobaton, Paula Ray, and Colleen Brown, as well as the members of our Strategic Advisory Board. Thank you. I also want to thank our student ambassadors that are here today and the presenters. All right, so we're almost finished. At this time, I'd like to ask all the inductees to join us with their awards for some photo opportunities. These photos will be made available for you and your family on the ECE website in the coming days. After the photos, we are inviting all of you to join us in ED2, which is the home of the ECE department. And I know for many of you, the home was Daniel's Hall, but now the home is ED2. For student-led tours and the chance to peruse some of the projects that our students are working on, as well as glimpse some of the groundbreaking research going on in our NSF Research Center for Advanced Self-Power Systems of Integrated Sensors and Technologies, called ASSIST, or the Future Renewable Electric Energy Distribution and Management System Center called Freedom, and the very recent new DoD hub called Commercial Leap Ahead for Wide Bandgap Semiconductors, CLAWS. So with that, once again, congratulations, and thank you to all of you for being here.
Congratulations, nice to meet you. Glad you made the trip down here.
You want me to try to wrangle everybody?
Nice to see you, Dr. Burns. Always meet really interesting people.
Yeah, we'll see you next semester.
Put it mildly.
Sorry to get in the